Hello again, people. Right, it's gone just coming up to 7:30 on Friday evening, and apologies for lack of videos today. All week this week, I've had to be backwards and forwards with family stuff and the dog to the vets 3 times, but she is recovering nicely. The vet admitted that he didn't think she'd make it when he started about a month ago with her. But he's absolutely amazed with her progress, and he's such a kind man, and he's done amazingly. So I think she's out of trouble now. She's been on strong painkillers and antibiotics for a month and starting to heal, and I took her for her first walk today. So apologies off topic, but I'm very happy. Didn't set my alarm this morning because I had a stonking day, made 10 times my requirements, 10 trades, no, in fact 10 times, but 8 trades, 8 winners. So a good day yesterday. So I thought I'd take it easy this morning. Anyway, I did wake up at about 7 o'clock, and at that time of day, I like catching the if I'm stuck for something to do, I like to catch the DAX. So I've got a trade out of the DAX. Once again, you can see we've got a clear reversal there, low, high, high, low, high, high on this 5-minute chart. It dived here, and you can clearly see also the histogram. That was what really leads the way a lot of the time when I'm scalping now. So 3 candle reversals, and then if this tallies up, I'm in. And then it was EJ all the way, because the euro was weak and the yen was massively strong this morning. So I took my lead from that after the DAX trade, and had a couple of nice trades on that. I had to rush out literally quite early today, so it was just a question of fitting my trading in around personal stuff again. But the EJ trades, again, you know, it must be boring for you guys, because this is just it's either this and the candlesticks, or the candlesticks and this, whichever way you want, and this. So you know, it's a strong method, and what can I say really, guys? You know, if it's boring, it's it's probably a good trading method, because discipline, patience make for a boring experience in front of your chart. So first EJ trade was this one, and you can clearly see, I mean, we've even got a swing trend going on here. So 15-minute, if I remember correctly, had comped down. Yes, it had. That's the low, high, high, low, high, high. 15-minute candle closed, nice and red on the and we busted and broke and closed. So it was just a no-brainer trade on that one. And then the next EJ was it was a question of just trading when I was able to be in front of my charts today. So the next one was hang on, lost myself now. Oh, can't have EJ, didn't drag it onto the chart, obviously. This one here, and once again we'd had the reversal, low, high, high, low, high, 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 low, lower high, until it closed. In fact, I preempted this one. I took it based on the RSI. Hadn't quite closed on the 3 candle reversal, but I do talk about this quite often. You know, when you've got a volatile sort of move, then now we can, I would never have done this before I got involved with the histo alert, but I trust this indicator so much now that you know, you can use it to your advantage. But having said that, no, the correct thing that happened here was it didn't reverse to the long side on the 15-minute. I do apologise, I've got myself a bit confused there just by looking at this chart. I haven't been sitting in front of them. The 5 minute was all that was required to get into that trade, but I wasn't about, that's right, I wasn't about at this time of day, so this time of day, so it was a question of just coming in. We've got a trend going on, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, pull back, continuation. That was the close there, you can see it. Boring as hell again. Even had the breakout, pull back, bust out, pull back, break and close below it. It was textbook. So that one was a 9 pip trade, so 7, 7 and 9, I think it was 9. Considering I wasn't able to sit at the charts much, yeah, it was 9. You take, so all my levels are on the charts when I trade, they always are, but I haven't got time this evening to do that. So I also would like to take this opportunity to give a quick shout out to Mike's wife. Sorry, I don't know your name, Mike's wife, Mrs. Mike, but she has been doing incredibly well with this apparently, and I think Mike told me they'd done 7 trades and 5 or 6 winners and 1 or 2 break evens, so technically no losers. And Mike's wife, if you're listening, I am so impressed, and I'm really, really pleased that you're doing well. So that set me up for the whole day today, seeing your messages on Twitter, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate any feedback that anyone's got about this. If it's bad feedback for whatever reason, by all means, and I'll try and straighten things out. But what can I say, really? It's a solid method. It is boring, but it works. I mean, 3 candle reversals are everywhere. So I did have a quick look when I got back to see whether there were any H4s or any dailies that were looking interesting, and one thing I did notice was the New Zealand dollar weekly chart. So I'm getting ahead of myself here a bit for the weekend analysis, and we've got some massive weekly candles, potentially green against the red, and look what happens. You get a big red candle and you get green, you get a big red candle, you get green, you get a big green candle, you get some red, big green candle, you get some red. So what might possibly happen when we close with a big green candle tonight? Unless of course this crashes, it's highly likely that providing we use our reversals correctly and do everything correctly, the histo alert and so on and so forth. The other interesting thing was, look what I noticed was how it's coming back to test old support as resistance. There's probably some support over the way, but one of these New Zealand pairs did actually come back and test that level. Look, they're all big weekly candles. So of course, with buyers of that strength for a whole week, it could continue, but what often happens is profit taking will happen. That's the mechanics of this, and this one did. In fact, it was this one that came and tested a few times that old support there as resistance, almost to the pip. Well, in fact, it probably was to the pip. That high was 66.253, and that level is 66.31, so just a little bit short of it. So big green candle. You know what might happen on Monday. Again, the disclaimer, nothing I talk about on here should be traded. You trade your own analysis, and of course that can go up, but have a look, do your own homework, guys. Have a look at some of these weekly, what happens on these weekly charts. Remember also, weeklies we often get gaps, so be careful of that. If you're trading the Asian session, I suggest you look up gap trading and see how to trade that. The reversals still happen in the same way in gap trading, so if you're closing the gap, use the reversals to your advantage. What can I say, guys? That's about it. there is a trader because I'm sort of constantly trying to work out who's good and who's bad, and I'm always looking for people that trade pure candlestick analysis like I do. I believe it's priceless, guys, because you don't need all this wedges and breakouts and things like that if you understand what your candles are talking to you about, you know. And how much more simple could it be just to concentrate on candles, breaks, reversals, pullbacks, and so on and so forth. You know, you get a big green candle like that, you expect it to potentially pull back. This one, you got a big red one, and it broke levels, but it pulled back a tiny bit. But the weeklies are always a little bit deceiving. Concentrate on perhaps the dailies, because you do get these gaps every so often, so it can throw your analysis a little bit. But yeah, I found a guy, and I will put him on my Twitter feed, that I really enjoyed watching. I've only watched one video. I don't spend much time watching videos, and I probably will watch a few others, but he talks about the candles in such a way that I'm convinced he has got a lot to offer. So I will put that up on my Twitter feed, and have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great time.